This is the best performing asset the world has ever seen. It is up 6 million%. Since we first put it on Real Vision in 2014, it's up 380,000%.
Wow.
Peter,
Bitcoin is up 40% in the last few weeks. So obviously, everything looks like a valley when you're up on this hill.
Question is, has Bitcoin performed very well over its lifetime? The answer is provably, mathematically, yes. That's okay. Doesn't mean you have to like it. Doesn't mean you have to like it, but it's provenly gone up more than any other asset. It's been around 14 years. We've gone through 4 cycles where it's gone down 90%, and it still is the best performing asset.
The cryptocurrency market is on the brink of a significant bull market, displaying early indications of monumental success. Bitcoin alone has surged by over $23,000 in the past month, marking a remarkable 46.91% increase within just 30 days and over 200% growth in the past year. Despite trading at all-time highs, Bitcoin outperforms traditional assets like the S&P 500 and gold, with ample time remaining in the bullish trend to further widen its lead. Critics of Bitcoin, including staunch advocate of gold Peter Schiff, find themselves repeatedly confounded as the cryptocurrency continues to surpass expectations and nullify their arguments. Schiff's discontent has intensified with the rise of Bitcoin ETFs, which have diverted investment away from gold ETFs, amplifying his resentment. In an attempt to settle the debate, Schiff has agreed to face off against Real Vision founder and CEO Raoul in a debate on Bitcoin's supremacy versus gold. Clips from the debate, hosted on the Bilyeu YouTube channel, reveals Schiff's embittered stance and flawed arguments against Bitcoin, showcasing his resentment and envy rather than genuine ignorance. Despite his outdated perspectives, Bitcoin's resilience and superior performance continue to challenge critics like Schiff, solidifying its position as a dominant force in the financial landscape. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
So I think there's a lot of inflation, and so it is a problem that you need to deal with. But I don't think the solution is to invent a make-believe asset and then all pretend that that make-believe asset has value because of some artificially imposed constraint on supply, and ignore the fact that there's an unlimited number of other cryptocurrencies that exist that, for most practical purposes are actually better than Bitcoin. They're cheaper to use, they're faster to use, to the extent that you want to use Bitcoin, which nobody does because it's not a very good cryptocurrency. It's certainly not a store of value, but it's not a good medium of exchange or unit of account. There are plenty of other cryptos that actually fit that bill better, to the extent that somebody wanted to use them for that purpose, but they don't. Everybody uses a crypto to gamble. That's the main use case, and in fact, that's what's happening now with these ETFs. The ETFs have simply provided yet another way to gamble on Bitcoin. And it's ironic. Now you have all these people buying Bitcoin through a third-party custodian who's charging a fee. You're getting everybody back into the very financial system that they were supposed to be leaving. And I keep hearing these people on television say, well, it's so hard to buy Bitcoin, it's so difficult, and this makes it easy, now everybody can buy it. I thought everybody could buy it before. The beauty of Bitcoin was supposed to be it was so simple and easy. You didn't need a third party. You didn't need a custodian. You didn't need storage charges. So it's all they're doing is now trying to convince Wall Street to buy this asset, which has no fundamental value, has no income, has no earnings, no nothing. But as long as we keep buying it and nobody sells it, well, the price will keep going up, and we can all operate under the delusion that we're getting rich as long as nobody tries to get out. I wanted to say, so it's not like I'm anti-crypto or I don't see value in crypto. It depends on what you're talking about. So if you're talking about blockchain, if you're talking about the potential to use a cryptocurrency actually as a medium of exchange and a unit of account, which would mean it would be tied to something with value, stable coin. Obviously, if you tie it to something like the dollar or the euro, you don't have the real long-term store value. You don't have an inflation hedge, but you do have a medium of exchange. You have a unit of account. I think the ideal marriage is between gold and blockchain. If you tokenize gold and put it on a blockchain, you can have a unit of a medium of exchange and a unit of account, but you actually have a real store of value. You have something that is a superior monetary instrument to any of the fiat currencies that are out there. And it's far superior to Bitcoin, because once you tokenize gold and put it on a blockchain, the transactions are faster and cheaper than the transactions with Bitcoin, but you have a real commodity that can store value. See, when people try to say, well, Bitcoin is, yeah, it doesn't work as a currency, but it's a great store of value, it's a lousy store of value because there's no value. You have to have value before you can store value. Bitcoin has a price, and people confuse price with value. You can put a price on anything. It doesn't mean it has any value. It just means that somebody wants to buy it. But they may want to buy it for all sorts of reasons. People want to buy Bitcoin because they think it's going to keep going up. It's the greater fool theory. I'm going to buy it because somebody else will buy it and pay more. But that doesn't work. Eventually, it collapses, and you can't store price. You can store value. And sometimes price can be very low, and there can be good buying opportunities. You can get a good deal if something of value has a low price because of the market at that moment. But Bitcoin only has price. It has no value. And so it can't be a store of value.
Schiff, recognized as a brilliant economist, aligns with the gold bug community in acknowledging the imminent collapse of the fiat monetary system. He perceives the fragility of the financial infrastructure, exacerbated by relentless money printing by central banks, hastening its demise. Additionally, Schiff comprehends the dire implications of unchecked inflation, highlighted by the staggering growth of the United States debt at an unsustainable pace, surpassing $1 trillion every 100 days. However, his conviction falters when it comes to envisioning gold as the cornerstone of the future monetary system, contrary to the perspective advocated by macro analyst Lynn Alden in her book Broken Money. While Schiff grasps the systemic challenges facing modern finance, he fails to embrace the potential of technological advancements to reshape our monetary landscape. Unlike other facets of life such as technology, medicine, education, and warfare, which have undergone revolutionary transformations, our monetary system remains largely antiquated. Despite significant shifts occurring over the past 15 years, individuals like Schiff cling stubbornly to outdated notions. As the debate resumes, it's crucial to confront this resistance to change and explore the prospects of a technologically driven financial future.
Peter's absolutely right. We've memed a $1 trillion currency into existence. We've memed it. It's just human narrative. But guess what? So's gold. So is everything that we do, including religion. Everything is a meme. So memetics rule the entire way that humans understand the world around them. And because we believe something to be true, it is true to us. So we believe that this digital asset that is scarce is valuable. Bitcoin itself is because we believe it to be true. It has the sorts of properties that we as humans think of as holding value, as does gold. Certain other things don't. Paper physically doesn't, right? Even paper money, but paper itself, it destroys. Copper over time destroys. Silver over time erodes. But gold doesn't. So gold has this long-term value. In a digital world, those properties have been mimicked, but even honed down to a way that everything is knowable. In gold, well, when the price is high enough, the gold price becomes cyclical because the miners will find new ways of getting gold out of the ground. And so supply adjusts and brings down price, which is fine. In Bitcoin, you can't do it. So it's really a function of demand in everything in Bitcoin. So it's the function of how many people believe this to be true, that this asset has value. And when you go back and say, well, people shouldn't do this, nobody has the right to tell people what they should or should not do. This is the best performing asset the world has ever seen. It is up 6 million%. Since we first put it on Real Vision in 2014, it's up 380,000%.
Wow. If Bitcoin is 1,000 10 years from now, you could still make the argument it's the best performing asset in the world if you want to start from that point in time. So it doesn't matter. The people didn't own it when it was pennies.
That's a little bit disingenuous because it actually is the best performing asset in the world on a 10-year, 5-year, 4-year, 3-year, 2-year, 1-year basis.
Well, it can't be on a 3-year basis because it's about unchanged, right? It was at 6. It was over. It's record
You're
high.
You're taking
about 3
the
years
all-time high as the yardstick, right? 3 years ago was March 20. was March 2021. It was much lower.
Well, when did it hit 60, 65, 69,000? When was that?
Like November 2021.
All right, so from that point. But yeah, I mean,
okay,
it
so
just
we can
made
take
a big
but,
rally.
Peter,
Bitcoin is
okay.
up 40% in the last few weeks. So obviously, everything looks like a valley when you're up on this hill.
Question is, has Bitcoin performed very well over its lifetime? The answer is provably, mathematically, yes. That's okay. Doesn't mean you have to it. Doesn't mean you have to like it, but it's provenly gone up more than any other asset.
Look, let's see what happens when the people who own it want to get rid of it and do something with it.
It's been around
Peter.
It's been around 14 years. We've gone through 4 cycles where it's gone down 90%, and it still is the best performing asset. So your oh my God scenario goes down 90%. I've gone through 3 of those myself.
Schiff's argument against Bitcoin hinges on its potential to eventually plummet to zero. He finds solace in the notion that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies undergo significant downturns during bear markets, eagerly anticipating the day when Bitcoin's price will collapse during a bear market and remain stagnant indefinitely. This attitude is akin to the popular grandma, "It's time for bed" meme, portraying Schiff patiently waiting for Bitcoin's demise since 2013 when he urged people to disregard Bitcoin's value below $100 in favor of gold at $1,700. However, over the following 11 years, gold has failed to surpass $2,200, while Bitcoin has surged above $72,000. Despite this, Schiff persists with his belief that Bitcoin will crash irrecoverably, clinging to the same arguments year after year. As the debate between Schiff and Powell unfolds, it prompts reflection on the validity of Schiff's assertions and the resilience of Bitcoin. Despite Schiff's steadfast adherence to his beliefs, the reality of Bitcoin's continued ascent challenges his narrative. Share your thoughts on the debate between Schiff and Powell in the comments below, considering the ongoing evolution of the cryptocurrency landscape and its implications for traditional finance. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.